All right, 3, 2, 1. Ecstatic to have Valerie June in the Roadhouse.
Stuck in my phone. Oh, but I can't find it nowhere. And besides, it's been too long. By the time it ain't got a dime. Peter paper. I'm still I hear there is a blow saying you can get through it all. Well, I was young with all the answers. Said I found out on my own. Oh, I was running from my family, drifting from my home, thinking not of who I am, thinking only of where I'm going. Oh, and I got no place in this old world, shackled, bound by steel. I'm wrong. Said I got no place in this old world, shackled, bound by steel. I'm wrong. Said I got no place in this old world, shackled, bound by steel. I'm wrong.
All right, Valerie June's here, live on KEXP in the Roadhouse.
Well, if you're tired and feeling so lonely, you wake up at night thinking that only if you have somebody, will I be somebody to love? Did they tell you there were plenty of fish in the sea, but you're out in cold and you're feeling empty? Are you looking for somebody? Will I be somebody to love? Will I be somebody? I'll be somebody. I'll be somebody when you're tired. Heard 'em say when you're lonely, broken down, you feel the weary. Lean on me. Well, are you watching the moon rise in the darkness of night? Bad that I'm broken, 'cause you know it ain't right. 'Cause you ain't got nobody. Will I be somebody, somebody to love? Will I be somebody, I'll be somebody, I'll be somebody. Will I be somebody, I'll be somebody, I'll be somebody. Will I be somebody, I'll be somebody, I'll be somebody, somebody to love.
All right, Valerie June on KEXP, live in the Roadhouse. Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning.
On this early Monday morning after your show in Seattle last night.
Early, bright and early.
Wow. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
I know,
for having me.
I know you're a big fan of KEXP.
I'm a huge fan of KEXP.
Yeah.
And a huge fan of you as well, so this is a
Really?
good thing for me.
Oh, my God, yeah. You know, Valerie, last night there was a bunch of people waiting to talk to you after your show. It was a really good turnout for a Sunday night with the big football game and the weather and all that. And you were so gracious and patient with all the people that wanted to talk to you, and you really have an effect on people. In fact, there was one person even crying when she was talking to you last night.
Mm-hmm. She was.
So you reach people.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It really feels like I'm doing what I came here to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really excited about that, you know, I think music opens your heart, and you know, we go through life so fast, and everything's at our fingertips, and it's so viral, and, you know, the world is rapid, and it's got a lot of energy these days, but sometimes we forget to feel.
Yeah.
And music is like the key where you open the door, and you can have these feelings and, you know, be okay about it. Like, sometimes you want to sing and dance and be happy. Sometimes a song breaks you open.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it all out in 3 minutes. That's as long as the song lasts, and then move on with your life. And it's great.
Yeah, I think your album kind of encompasses all those feelings. The album, Pushing Against the Stone, Concord Music Group, just put it out in August. It came out in August, and you've had quite a whirlwind the last few months. You've been everywhere. You've been on the road constantly. You're kind of becoming one of those breakout figures with everyone talking a lot of good things about you. You were on David Letterman recently on your network TV debut, and you're going to be on Jay Leno this week, which was, you know, when people hear this, it'll be back on in September 19th, I think it is. But so you're really breaking out, and it's just great to have you here. And the album's fantastic. You heard Somebody to Love, and those are my two favorite songs, and Twined and Twisted is the other song.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell us about making the album, because you've made it in several different places over the past year, and you had great help with like Dan Auerbach and Kevin Augenis out of California, and also you made a track in Budapest as well.
Yeah, it was a lot, you know. I can start at the beginning, which is an amazing amount of people that love my old bootleg and bedroom recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Were supportive of my music for years, donated money through Kickstarter.
You did a Kickstarter.
And I was able to gain enough to make a real record. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, the figure was like 15 grand you raised through Kickstarter. It was just fantastic.
And that made this record. And I'm so grateful for that, because without it, I wouldn't have been able to hire a musician or anybody to do anything on this record. So
That was the first part.
Even though people are calling you like a breakout star, great new artist and all that, you've really, as you've said, you've been pushing against the stone for 13 years.
I can't believe it. Memphis Flyer did an article and the cover, was like a decade in the making. And I was like, whoa, a decade. Whoa, that's a long time. It's just my life, It's just what I do. Music is just what I do. And I love it so much. And I'm, always going to do it, whether I do it for masses of people or I do it just at home for my family and friends or, I write songs while I'm cooking, while I'm walking the dogs, while I'm cleaning, while I'm doing everything in my life. Music is just there.
Yeah.
So it's just, this record is kind of nice. I consider it more of a collaborative project than I consider it to just be me. Because you're right. I did record it Easy Eye with Dan and Kevin Agunas, and then I left there and happened to be introduced by BMG to Booker T. Jones in Los Angeles, and he and I were writing songs at his home studio. And
yeah, were you kind of pinching yourself during these moments?
Huh?
Were you kind of pinching yourself during these moments, Booker T. Jones? And
well, yeah, with Booker I was definitely pinching because I was just like, oh my goodness, he's from Memphis. What? Yeah, what? It was a huge moment to be able to meet him, write with him, and then we called Kevin and we said, can we record, some of this stuff we've been working on? And Kevin was like, yeah, let's do it right now. And then Booker was like, well, you're going to need to get upright bass and violin on this. And I was headed to Budapest. And so I went over and I said, hey, who y'all know around here who plays upright bass and fiddle? And got Hungarian musicians to play on that, tracks with Booker. And then I recorded Working Woman Blues over there and worked with a totally different producer and musicians there with that. So it really became like this big worldwide project where, first of all, people from all over the world donated money to make it happen. Then several producers came into my life. Then I was in, Nashville, then in LA, then in Budapest, and it just became a world thing,
Yeah.
So I consider it to be a kind of team project.
Yeah, and it resulted really in a great record. I think it's one of the best records of the year, so congratulations on that. It sounds fantastic. Let's talk about your upbringing and where you're from. You're a Tennessee girl. You grew up outside of kind of Jackson near Humboldt, right, in Tennessee, and you're the daughter of a Tennessee carpenter, right? And then you talk about the church really kind of helping you discover your voice. I mean, like so many people before and so many normal people everywhere, that is the place to learn how to sing, and I think it was for you too.
It was. At our church, well, we went every Sunday and morning and afternoon and Wednesday for 18 years of my life. So how many sessions was that? Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And revivals and things, but...
And this wasn't like a choir church. It was like people, everyone sang in the congregation, so everyone was singing together.
Yeah, it was very similar to when you listen to a Carter Family record minus the instruments. Just focus on the voices, and that is what it was like. And when I was young, we lived in one part of Jackson, Tennessee, and we decided that, my parents were going to a church on the east side, and it was predominantly black. And so that from birth until about 10, 12 years old, I went to that church, and you're talking 500 people singing all at once, these gospel traditional spirituals, and everybody has their own voice, young, old, like men, women, and some of them can sing and some of them can't, but it all sounds good. Yeah. It all sounds really, really good. It's perfectly imperfect, and it's about the feeling. And then, when we grew up, we moved to another part of town, and we ended up saying, we're not driving all the way across the town just because we're black to go to church. So we went to the church that was right down the street, and it was opposite. We were a minority at that congregation, and people just welcomed us in. But I noticed that the singing there was not from here, it was more from here. And so I was like, these are the same songs, but they're just really heady. So I started to learn to sing alongside the people, 500 people that were at that church. And what it did for me is it just helped me to learn how to use my voice as an instrument, because I was surrounded by young, old, black, white, all kinds of people who just sang,
Yeah.
And it was really a great way for me to learn how to sing. And because there weren't guitars and drums and anything, you really had to use your voice to make up for the missing, snap or clap or whatever that you would hear with an instrument backing it. So,
yeah. Well, I really think it's your voice that you have an incredible vocal sort of style and delivery, and I think that people really respond to that. And then on top of that, you're just so rooted in, the blues and country and soul and all the roots music, and maybe we should hear another song now.
Sounds good.
This is Valerie June. She's in the Roadhouse on KEXP.
The good thing about Seattle is that you do get nice rain showers, and we had one yesterday, and I'm going to play my rain song for you guys. Sky just fell right open. Little baby, when I think about you, I think of love, love, la 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 la, love, 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 la 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 la, love, 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 love. Now in the morning, waking up alone, waiting by the phone, and when it's all over, now said baby blue, well it's all over 'cause I got you. I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. Now when I'm waiting, I'm dusty, dirty, waiting. So I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. So da dee dee dee, da dee da dee dee, da dee da da dee dee, da 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 dee 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 dee, da dee da dee dee dee, ba da dee ba la dee dee da da. Na Papa, pretty Papa. When I think about you, well, I think of love, 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 la la la, love, 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 la 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 la, love, 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 love. So I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash the dust down the bank, gonna do my rain dance. Well, I'm gonna do my rain dance, gonna wash that dust down the bank, gonna do my rain.
All right, Valerie June. What was that song?
It's called Raindance, and anytime you want it to rain or stop raining, you can sing it.
Yeah? Where'd you learn that one?
I wrote it.
You wrote that one. Nice.
I did. And I recorded it with KEXP from Old Crow and Gil Landry in Nashville
Yeah.
a while ago.
Old
It's
Crow,
fun.
yeah, they recorded with you on a previous record before, the EP. There was the Tennessee Express is what they went by, but that was pretty much them with you on that record.
Yeah, that was a fun record. I really enjoyed it, getting to do that, because I like old-time music, and they play pretty amazing old-time music. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to have you here once again. Thanks for coming in. I was speaking with you last night, about the Vogue interview. You were in Vogue, and there's just like that typical beautiful spread of you in Vogue. And the best part about it is they ask you for your top 10 list of songs, your favorite songs. And in the spread, there's a picture of the list of songs. And it's just so incredible to see you in there, and then to put those songs out there. Can you tell us a couple of those songs that were on that list of your favorite songs?
Well, I know Karen Dalton, she was on there doing Katie Cruel.
Yeah.
And I really, really love her voice. It's magical and beautiful. Yeah. The banjo playing is great. And some tunes from Elsie Ulmer and He's amazing, an older African-American fella from Mississippi, and I met him a few times, and he drives a nice car, and he plays banjo, and he plays fiddle, and he plays mandolin, and he plays guitar. Now, what? I feel so blessed that I've been able to meet people like him and Robert Belfort and hang out with them and, pick and just get on their nerves and have fun,
Yeah.
It's one of the things about being, from Memphis and having all of that right at your fingertips, hanging, going to a Juke Joint Festival or something and seeing T-Model Ford or people like that just on the street playing. It's great.
Yeah. And what I mean by, having that in vogue, just to have those names listed by an influential person like you in that beautiful spread was just so great to have those folks recognized, and the fact that you're drawing from those fantastic traditional musicians.
Thank you. I love, talking about the traditional musicians like Precious Bryan and Jesse Mayhem Field, because I think people need to know a lot more about them because they carry magic and a lot of the history in their songs of our traditional life here as Americans. And I think it's really cool because all their songs are telling stories of a certain time, and they express it really well through music. Some of them don't even have lyrics. It's just the music, the instrumental music, and you can just hear the time in the music, and it's great.
I couldn't agree more. We were also speaking last night about, I often find all of us have that kind of one person or some sort of, mentor in our lives who introduces us to something great, and then we take it from there. And for me, it was like my big brother. For many people, is some person. And when I asked you that question, you said it was Memphis.
I did, because...
It wasn't even a person, it was a place.
Yeah. Well, anybody that's been there, it's a heavy city, and a lot of spirits are there, and many, 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 many musicians have passed through there, from Memphis Minnie to Ma Rainey and Robert Johnson and, Bob Dylan and all the latest people, Willie Nelson, everybody goes through Memphis. It's like a passage you have to make, but when I was living there, because I live in Williamsburg now, I moved there for love, and that's great. But I moved to Memphis for love too, and just being surrounded by people who say you go to a party and they're like, "Oh, have you heard this?" Or they put on a record, it happens to be like Lucille Bogan, and it's like, "What? What's that?" Or it's E.C. and Arna Ball, and I'm like, "What? What's that?" Just having my ears open and, going to different cafes and listening to what they're playing, Mississippi John Hurt and Reverend Gary Davis and people like that I was introduced to by different friends and people in Memphis. And I wish I could say one person, but there were so many people, that introduced me to new old music. And then from there, I just started searching for places where I could find more new old music, like the Library of Congress American Folklife Center, and just any library that I can find. Oxford Old Miss, they have a good collection of old music. And David Evans, he lives in Memphis, and he teaches blues music, at a University of Memphis, and he has an excellent book out. And just you go through all of these things and you say, "Oh, I'm curious about this song. I've got to find it." And you start digging and you find it and you listen to it, and then you fall in love with it. And it's like, "Oh, what's this? Memphis Jug Band? What's going on there? I want to find out about it."
Yeah.
So that's kind of how my interest in old time music really got kicked off.
And you moved to Memphis at about 18, I think, and then you self-taught yourself on guitar. You learned to play guitar just on your own. Yeah,
I did, which is why I don't call myself a musician. I call myself a person who plays music, because I just play to my voice. And I have, Peter Schabach, who produced Working Woman. He's an amazing musician, and he can just pick up anything and play it all kinds of rhythms and styles. I can play to my voice. That's what I do. If you want me to play anything else, then I'm going to have to sit with it for a good long time. I can't just walk in and be like, "Oh, do. That's what we're going to do." So, and I started playing late. I was in my, early 20s when I started playing guitar. So T-Model Ford really inspired me when I read his story about how he started playing really late in life when his wife left him and stuff. And I was like, wow, wow,
Yeah.
I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you do it so well. It's great to have you here. Valerie June. The album is called Pushing Against the Stone. It came out in August. This relatively brand new record. It's also going to be a top 10 record of the year. Congrats on that. It's on Concord Music Group. And you got a ukulele and a guitar. You also play banjo.
I do, yeah.
But I recommend people to go see you live to see all those instruments and to put on your great show. People should go see you live whenever they can.
I hope so.
And how about one more song?
Fingers crossed always. Here's one more tune for you.
Won't do right and it can't be told. No, it can't be told. No, it can't be told. Won't do right and it can't be told. No, it can't be told. No, it can't be told. Spent his whole life running, trying to meet 'em all. Seemed like every moment put him back at the start. See how we're living, see where he bound. Same destination, 6 feet in the ground. Ego bird got his eye on you, got his eye on you, got his eye on you. Ego bird got his eye on you, everything you do got his eye on you. Well, I ain't trying to be nobody but my fine sweet self. And if I give you everything, then I have nothing left. If I gotta break the law to be free from your chains, well, I plead self-defense when that judge called my name. Rooster crowed in the dead and I knew it wasn't right. Crow before daylight. Rooster crowed in the dead and I knew it wasn't right. Crow before daylight. Won't do right and you can't be told. No, it can't be told. No, it can't be told. Won't do right and you can't be told. No, you can't be told. No, you can't be told. Won't do right and you can't be told. No, you can't be told. No, you can't be
Okay, well.
Howdy, KEXP. This is Valerie June, and this song's just for you. I wrote it in a dream. From what I can tell, I'm still under your spell. There's a dream in my eyes, but I'm trying to be wise. I've made mistakes before, used my love as a door. It almost broke me in two. I can't bear to lose you. Almost broke me in two. But I can't bear to lose you. Almost broke me in two. Wonder where you are now, wishing that I knew how to bottle out love in time. Instead I'll leave it behind. But if I should return, 'cause my soul longs and yearns to be beside you again, will you be there, my friend, to have told you again? you be there, my friend? Have to hold you again. This is not a goodbye. This is not a hello. This is my way of saying I know when to let go. They say love and love hard if you love true. But if you love and let go, it will come back to you. But if you love and let go, but if you love, love and let go, baby, if I'm gonna come, yeah, right on back to you. And if you come, gonna come, yeah, right on back to you. Thank you.
Valerie, it was just fantastic to have you here.
All right. Thanks for having me. I'm going to take a nap now. You got me out early.
Good luck on the Tonight Show.
Thank you. It's going to be fun.
All right. See you next time.
See ya.